Year 2013, Chennai. Magnus Carlsen sat ready to play a game that would decide the world championship, and he wanted to ensure a normal outcome facing the reigning champion. So he decided to use one of the safest and smartest openings, one that ultimately won him the game simply by waiting for his opponent to make a mistake. And that opening is the Catalan Opening. The Catalan Opening is an opening that bears similarities to the Queen's Gambit, as it begins in precisely the same manner. The main difference is that in this one, we utilize the fianchetto. If you're unsure what a fianchetto is, or if you'd like to learn more about the Queen's Gambit, you'll find both videos linked in the description below. There are two primary ways to play this opening. We can play the open Catalan and the closed Catalan. The open variation is played in the following way. The game opens with pawn to d4. Black responds by developing their knight to f6. White reinforces the central position with pawn to c4. Black begins to prepare their pawn structure. Following this, White prepares the fianchetto with bishop to g3, and Black takes control of the center. The bishop emerges onto the long diagonal, and immediately Black captures the c4 pawn, which leads to knight to f3. Black brings out their bishop. Next, both colors castle. The White queen centralizes, and the Black pawn advances preventively. After that, White stops the rival's expansion, which leads to the Black team attacking the center. White captures their pawn, and the Black bishop recaptures, so the White queen recovers the lost pawn.
And this is how the game would look after an open position.
It's a very solid and patient strategy, notable for constantly making the opponent uncomfortable, forcing them to commit errors that very possibly end up costing them the game. Now we're going to look at the closed variation. As in the open, we start with pawn to d4 and Black develops their knight to f6. White wants to gain control of the center, so Black prepares the central advance. Immediately after, White prepares the fianchetto, and Black responds by occupying the center. The White bishop comes out through a fianchetto, so Black makes a natural development, bishop e7. The White team moves their knight to f3. Subsequently, both teams proceed to castle. Once castled, Black solidifies the center with their c6 pawn. The White queen then moves to c2, positioning herself centrally. Black proceeds to develop their knight to d7. Both White and Black then advance their respective pawns in order to activate their bishops. Finally, the White knight moves to d2, which concludes the opening's setup and begins the middle game. And this is a brief summary, an introduction to the most basic and important elements of the Catalan Opening. If you want to learn and improve your chess, you can do so at BlackChess Academy, the best chess training